having you come in and say, okay, this is what you're going to wear on day 1, day 2, day 3, and so forth. But I know you had to run into some challenges. First of all, starting your own business, being single, being a woman. What were some of the things that you had to face in launching your business?
Well, I think actually being a woman, which is really unfortunate to say, was probably one of my biggest challenges. I think, I work with mostly women. I do have men clients, and they have a 2-hour limit. That's it. After 2 hours, they're done. They don't have the brain power for it.
Isn't that interesting?
It's so
because
funny.
Women probably want you all day.
Yeah, and I do. I'll spend 8-9 hours, everything. But I think being a young girl, I was 28 when I left my corporate job and started this business. And that's still young in the scheme of things. And now I'm in my 30s and I look young, which I'm very fortunate about. But I actually find that people don't take me as seriously because I looked young when I started. I also, having had, 7 years of experience, I was a senior designer when I left New York, came here, and I had so much credibility of my career behind me, except on paper, I was starting fresh again and having it all kind of merged together. You look young, you're starting a business, you must be young, you must not know what you're doing. And then I opened my mouth and I'm like, wait, but let me tell you something. But I found it challenging to really break through that barrier. And interestingly, I used wardrobe to do it. And this is also something I teach my clients. I used wardrobe to present myself as sophisticated, authoritative, in charge. I used colors, angles, very specific strategy in my wardrobe so that when I walked into any given setting, I wouldn't be looked at as this young, fresh girl. I would be taken seriously because I mean business with that outfit. And it's such an interesting way to utilize wardrobe to actually enhance your experiences and interactions. So I call that strategic styling. It's something that I've kind of built based on my own personal experiences in breaking through that barrier for myself to be taken seriously, to be looked at as authoritative. My curly hair doesn't help, so I wear sharp angles and very straight lines, and that actually presents me as stronger, authoritative, and at the top of my game, and always a fabulous shoe. Got to have a fabulous show.
Well, it's interesting because, when you talk about the things that you did and then starting over and people thinking you were so young. And of course, I was only 21 when I went into my first business. Yeah. But I have to tell you that it's interesting because it really is not a matter of where you've been as so much as where you're going. And that's what I think people need to learn, that it's always a fresh new day. And there's always people who are going to be questioning your ability and your authority. And it's just something you have to be ready for. And it sounds like you were. So what was your one crowning moment in your style career?
Well, it's very exciting. After 2 years of building my business, I found an opportunity to go meet Stacey London from TLC's What Not to Wear. And she's been my idol. I mean, she is my idol. She is an amazing woman. And I had an opportunity to be trained by her. And in that training, which was like a group training, she was handpicking women there was some men there too, actually, but stylists to represent her as her army in the country, all over the country. You'd have many Stacey Londons. And I was handpicked by her to represent her as one of her stylists. And I have had the opportunity to work with her. I've had the opportunity to film with her. And I've had the opportunity to actually style a TV show segment for her, which she then on air said, and Laurie Brucker styled this for me. I mean, to have an idol that I've just looked up to for years and to be able to have that accolade has just been, it's so cool.
Well, fantastic. Well, now you're also self-publishing your first book, The 12 Step of Style.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. The 12 Steps of Style is my baby. I've been building it for about 2 years now. And it's the idea that you really only need to understand 12 steps into building your own style from your own closet. Because like we said, it's not about the fashion. It's really about you. So it takes you through 12 steps of how to get back to that's related to you. So every single person who goes through this would have a different experience, and that's their own unique style. So each step takes you through, like step one is get organized. You can't get started with getting to your style if you don't go through that closet and discover what is happening in there and what we need to get rid of. And each step has a task. So it's a fun creative workbook. So step one is get organized. And in step one, you learn how to clean out your closet, how to edit, how to reorganize it so it's pretty with ideas and a checklist and everything to help you get through. And then step two, get inspired. And it takes you through every single step that I think is so important, from understanding your body type to getting uncomfortable and trying new things, to colors and trends and how to mix patterns. So each chapter is a different topic and has a task to have you go into your closet, take out those pieces and actually style with them with yourself and have fun. And it teaches you to have fun with your wardrobe again. So it's fun, it's easy, it's in your closet. You don't have to buy any new clothes to do it. You just can have fun every single week with a new step and task.
Well, so where can people find you, Laurie? Give us your website.
Sure. Well, my website is lauriebstyle.com, and Laurie, bstyle.com. And I'm everything Laurie B. Style, from Twitter to Facebook to Instagram to Pinterest. I write stories for various websites about building confidence, and I love sharing that expertise to the world. I mean, more women that I can touch to inspire to feel better every day is my biggest goal in life.
So basically, again, let's make sure they get this. It's Laurie,
Sure.
Laurie, then it's just the letter B, and then style. So it's LaurieBstyle.com. So
Yep.
That's great. Well, now we just have 2 minutes left, and I've got to sign off. So give us in 1 minute some quick, easy style tips for women in business to go home and try right now.
Absolutely. Number one, check your fit. If you haven't updated your wardrobe in a while, your fit might be outdated, and having a tailored look is going to be the strongest to represent you. Number two, the jacket is the quickest, easiest thing you can switch out. Most women haven't updated their jacket, so if your shoulder pads are sticking past your shoulder points, it's probably looking more slouchy. A slimmer jacket frame with a tailored waist will look fantastic, and always make your shoulders at your shoulder points. And lastly, my favorite Laurieism ever, when in doubt, belt it out.
I love it.
Thank you.
Laurie, you have been a great guest, and I hope people go to your website, and I hope people buy your book. I want to thank you. Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. But everyone, thanks for listening to Women in Business, the show that brings you women entrepreneurs and senior managers. I hope you enjoyed our show today. I hope you enjoyed Laurie. Connect with me on Facebook and Twitter, and be sure to download my ebook, Life Lessons from an SOB, on my website, spunkyoldbroad.com, where you can find information on my speeches, coaching, and resources. You can email me at Gayle, Gayle, Carson13@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and thank you, Laurie, for being with us today.
Thank you.